Hello everyone, this is Javelin at English Tutor Hub and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an English grammar lesson about comparative adjectives. Let's look at the use of comparative adjectives. We use comparative adjectives to compare two or more things, people or places. So, two or more. Example, my house is bigger than your house, or my house is bigger than yours. So, in blue, we see the two things, my house and yours, that we are comparing. And we are comparing the size, in fact. And we are saying that my house is bigger than your house, or is bigger than yours. And we use the word than after the comparative adjective to say what we are comparing something. My house is bigger than your house. So then comes after the comparative adjective and before the second thing that we are comparing with, that separates two things, my house and your house. Alright? So, my house is bigger than yours, or my house is bigger than your house. So, this is the comparative adjective, bigger, here. But sometimes it says more than one word, and that's what we're gonna look at today, the rules. So, use of comparative adjectives. Number 2. There is another use of comparative adjectives, and so we can also use comparative adjectives to compare one thing. To compare one thing, one person, or place at different times. Alright? So, this last year and this, so here, this last year and this is now. It's the same person. Here. It's the same person at different times. Example here, Peter is more active than last year. So, this is only one person. We are comparing one person at two different times. So, we are comparing Peter now compared to last year. Peter is more active than last year. Notice that we do not have necessarily to say the word now. It is implied in the sentence. Peter is more active than last year. And this time, we use then after the comparative adjective to say what time period we are comparing something with. So, here's then. Here is then, and it comes Here is done, and it comes after the comparative adjective to say what time period we are comparing with. Okay, guys? So here is the word then, and it comes after the comparative adjective and before the time period. So now, let's look at the spelling and the rules for the form, because sometimes we have more than one word. So first of all, the rules for form one syllable adjectives. So for most one syllable adjectives, what we're gonna do, we have to add the letters ER. So here, small becomes smaller. So small, we add the letters ER. For most one syllable adjectives. So small, smaller. Fair becomes fairer. Low becomes lower. High becomes higher. Wise becomes wiser. So, example, my brother is taller than me. Notice here, me, we have used a person of pronoun, of a personal pronoun me. So this is a rule here. When we use a personal pronoun after a comparative, we use an object pronoun, me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. And the object personal pronouns are, okay, so again, me, you, him, her, it, us, them. So we use a personal pronoun, me, do not use a personal subject pronoun. So we do not say my brother is taller than I, because I is a subject personal pronoun. That is wrong. We have to use we have to use object pronoun, either me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. Okay? Next, moving on. For one syllable adjectives ending in a, then simply add the letter R. Okay, so here, large, larger, rare, rarer, strange, stranger, wide, wider, late, later. And example here, gold is rarer than silver. For one syllable adjectives ending in a consonant, vowel, consonant. So, the last three letters, if they are consonant, vowel, and consonant, then we double the last consonant and add ER. Example, big becomes bigger. because the last three letters are consonant, vowel, consonant. So for big, P-I-G, consonant, vowel, consonant. So we double the last consonant, we double the letter, we double the last consonant. Here we double the letter G and add ER. So fat, fatter, hot, hotter, thin, thinner. So we see it's the last letter. Consonant, vowel is the last three letters. Consonant, vowels, consonant. We double the letter N, thin here, consonant, vowel, consonant. We double the letter N and we add ER. So it becomes thin, thinner. And here is an example here. Thailand is hotter than Philippines. Okay? Next, for two-syllable adjectives. So, for most two-syllable adjectives, for most cases, then we use more plus the word, we use more plus the word, yes, plus the word more and adjective, plus the adjective. So this time the comparative adjective is in fact two words. So careful becomes more careful. Famous becomes more famous. Peaceful becomes more peaceful. Pleasant becomes more pleasant. Useful becomes more useful. And of course, there are other more examples. So, example here, I lost my keys yesterday. I need to be more careful. So, this is implying, so here in the sentence, this is implying that I need to be more careful in the future. So, we do not say I need to be carefuler. Carefuler is wrong. We must say more careful. Two-syllable adjective ending in Y. Well, we change the Y to I and add ER. Example, busy. The adjective busy, it ends in Y. So what we're gonna do, we have to change Y. We change Y to I and we add ER. So busy becomes busier. Easy becomes easier. Funny becomes funnier. Happy becomes happier. So here, example. The final exam was easier than midterm. So, form for two-syllable adjective number 3. Two-syllable adjectives ending in ER, LE, or OW. So, these are exceptions, and so for most of these adjectives, we usually add the letters ER. Example here, clever becomes cleverer. Gentle, gentler. Narrow, narrower. Example here, the bridge in the small village is narrower than the other village. And for longer adjectives, so for adjectives with 3 or more syllables, then we always use more followed by the adjective. We always use more followed by the adjective. So it's very easy. Example, complicated, more complicated. Enjoyable, more enjoyable. Interesting, more interesting. And you can see that you try to say it using the other system. Try to say complicated, complicatedler. So it's very difficult to say enjoyabler. Almost impossible to say. So that is why we use the word more plus adjective. It is easier to say more enjoyable than enjoyabler. Alright? So sometimes it's very logical. Example here. Tim finds tennis match more enjoyable than football. And irregular comparative adjectives. So there are some comparative adjectives are irregular. They do not follow any rules at all. So example, good becomes better. It is not gooder. When you say good, gooder, no. So good becomes better because it is an irregular adjective. We change the spelling. And it is more good. It's only better. Okay? Bad becomes worse. Not badder. Not more bad. And far becomes farther or farther. So we have two choices. You can either say farther, further, yes, in you, and or farther. And the meaning and the use is exactly the same. Is exactly the same. You chose. You just chose. And here old, for old is either older or elder. But there are a few differences between the word older and elder. There are a few grammar rules that you need to learn. Examples of irregular adjectives. My house is further than my friends. Our teacher is in a much better mood than usual. So there we are. That's the end of this video tutorial about comparative adjectives. Hope you enjoyed it. You may visit at englishtutorhub.com to get a full downloadable materials for this lesson. There are some other videos which I think you might be interested in. Simply click on the screen and the video will start. Alright? So don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments below and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. My name is Javelin at English Tutor Hub. Thanks for watching and see you soon.